buck out here on the side of the road. Him and 4 does, or 5 does. Can you see me? I should be live out there now. I'm here by myself, so there ain't nobody in here but me right now. Can you see me? And you got chat, so I can't see chat. Okay, we have chat. I see chat now. Okay. Can you hear me on there? Okay, love you. Bye. Okay. After blowing this for hours now, we got a few minutes before it gets dark. Not many, but we got a few. Okay. What's good about doing it like this, if anybody else come back in, which ain't nobody gonna come back in, I'd have been out too many times. Um, let's see if I can break this loose. I'm hung 75 feet deep out here. I'll come back and get that buoy here on the way in. Get that planer board on the way in. I still got 4 rods out. I'm okay. I just want to catch a fish now. How's it going, Jersey? Jerry? Mr. Jerry Hager? I'm gonna have to message Jerry and get some more. Um, yeah, I finally at least figured it out. I didn't. Actually, Lance, the cool guy, messaged her and told her what I was doing wrong. But I'm gonna have to get in touch with Jerry and order me some bank rod holders, because I'm going to fish a bunch this year, and I'm going to fish at night. In the evenings, whenever I've got a couple of hours, instead of dragging the boat, I'm just going to take off down to the lake and go see what I can do there. Yes. Start hitting the bank a little bit more often. See what I can do. And what I'm doing this afternoon, I'm out here by myself, looks like. Ain't nobody in here but me and Lisa, I guess, because I ain't showing up nowhere anymore. Let's see if it'll go this way. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, see, I ain't even showing up on YouTube. But anyway, oh well. It's life in a big city. I know you will, Jerry. Forecast for the next 10 days is rain, sleet, rain and freezing rain, cold temps. And he said, okay, gonna be a while before we get. I'm gonna tell you what, man. Lisa will tell you, I have been dying to just go fishing. I didn't care what I was doing or nothing else. I've been just about to die to go fishing. And so I just decided today I was gonna go. She told me, she said, well, you ain't gotta ask permission. Yeah, I sort of do. It ain't, she don't make me, but you still oughta, when you got somebody that'll let you do what you want to do when you want to do it, you ought to take advantage, and you ought not take advantage of them. Be sure and ask. I got that phone set up on Wi-Fi off of this phone, and let's see here. I'd like to get my live on here, but it ain't showing up. Oh well, can't get everything because I'm also using this phone, using Navionics off of this phone to yeah, I went fishing. Where I got with my Navionics, and that's all I got. My depth finders are being shipped to Lawrence right now. But man, there's some good looking places right here. Right here's where I'm at right now. Fixing to go hook right around that bottom there. Jersey, I was looking at the weather. Ain't got very much wind at all today, and we're gonna have a little bit of wind, not a whole lot, but we're gonna have a little bit more wind tomorrow, and a little bit more wind Friday, and a little bit more wind Saturday. And I've got plans now for Saturday. I won't be out here live fishing. I won't be out here fishing. I will be down river here, 75 miles by water, and I'm gonna be fishing. Think I got things worked out where I can go play ride along dip man for the day, and see if I can help somebody else catch some fish. No, I don't have any current at all here. I wish I did, but they're not pulling any water this afternoon out of here. This is a cold lake right here most of the time, because water comes out of the mountains and out of Norris Lake and runs down through here into here. But we do have a steam plant up on the upper end up here, several miles ahead of me. But I don't have a clue. I ain't never fished this lake. I've bait fished here once. Yeah, that's true, Jersey. I had one bite a minute ago and thought I was hung up, and I picked up the rod and started pulling, and he started pulling back, and took off to the inside. I'm dragging boards. He took off running to the left, and by the time I realized it was a fish, it was too late. He realized that there was he was a jerk on one end, and he realized real quick there was a jerk on the other end, and he let go. But we're fishing. There's supposed to be a lot of channel cats in here, a lot of flatheads. There's some good blues in here, not a ton, but there's some good blues in here. So I figured it'd be a good afternoon just to get out here and see what we could do. Hey man, I'm up to 8 people in my live. Can y'all believe that? Ditch Pickle Classics returning to Knoxville in 2020. Okay. Nah, they ain't gonna bother me because we're probably gonna, by then we'll be down up fishing, working Watts Bar and Chickamauga and Nickajack and all that kind of stuff. Got up to 9 people in here. We got 2 thumbs up. Man, I'm begging you. I know you feel sorry for me, and that's the reason you're coming in here to watch me fish. But hit that thumbs up while you're in here. Let's see here. Come on. Oh, that one's hung. Man, this is okay. It popped loose. I'm working the edge of a bluff up and down through here, and you never know what you're gonna get. I can either get hung or I can catch a hog. I'm chancing on catching hog. I'd be happy with a 3-pound, with a 1.5-pound channel this afternoon. I don't care. You're fishy, fishy, fishy. Let's see here. I'd have made it through that hole. Had a real good looking spot down below me. But we're fishing, looks like we're in about 30 feet of water right on the edge of the shelf. I think I'm gonna bounce out here in the deep, deep water up here in this curve, go to the, and I'm gonna pull the inside of it here for a few minutes, and then I may cut across to the outside. But I'm getting to where I love this trolling motor. Ooh, that breeze is cold. Oh lordy, kids, you can't kill them because they got good grandkids, but. Let's see. Don't. Well, down to just me and Lisa. I say me and Lisa. Lisa was in somebody else's live there a minute ago. Maybe in here all by myself. Actually, there's one more in here, so thank you, whoever else is in here. Lisa's over in another channel giving them crap about something. Come on, baby. Let's see here. Y'all watch that yellow rod. Y'all watch that yellow rod. I think it just got a bump. And I seen Lisa making a comment, so she's still here with me. But it is a good afternoon. No worries, I'll be. Thank you there, Jersey. We get the depth finder back, and that'll help be able to watch what I'm doing and where I'm going at the same time. No, don't. That didn't work. Let's turn this up. That didn't work. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad to hear you say that, Jersey. There's some guys out there. Ain't nobody I've been seeing catching fish today, and so I figured I could come out here. I could come out here and do as good as anybody else. I ought to be able to catch as many fish as anybody. When they're catching zero, everybody ought to be able. Everybody ought to be able to handle that. Uh, well, I wonder where my. There it is. I thought I'd lost my planer board back there, but this stuff floated in next to the tree. We're out here in about 35 feet of water. Man, I'm gonna tell you that right there looks like that'll be a good spot. See if I can drag one of them planer boards right through the top of it and over it. I'm on Melton Hill Lake this afternoon. It's up here on the Clinch River. It's the lake just below Norris Lake. Let's see, yeah, Norris. And we're just dropping down through here in the middle of nowhere. I'm sitting here dragging along at probably point 0.5, 0.7 miles an hour. I ain't doing much. Maybe even point 0.3 or 4. I just, I like to go slow today. I gotta, okay. I had an invitation to go fish the championship as a joey, which means I'll ride along and dip a fish or two out, and I don't get no points or nothing like that. But if I can run the dip net and help somebody out, I'm going to do it. Because I sure enough hope that Jody wins that thing. Man. get that gate put on this boat. I got a hole in my fence around my boat. Used to be a gate there. Somebody took it off, and it's an oddball sized gate, so I'm going to have to modify everything in order to put a gate on it. But I got a piece of wall this afternoon where I can put it on there. Get it put on here, and I'll have the boat where that we can take it out and ain't got to worry about nobody falling off the side of it, which has been a concern of mine. Stick a big hole right where the fence down through there, and then there's a big hole, and people end up getting wet. But we got good monster rod holders on here now. We got 10 of them. We got a good trolling motor. Got a Motor Guide XS, or XI5, 105 pounds of thrust, 36 volt. It's got a pinpoint setup, so if I got the right depth finder, I can hook it up to it. Lance, definitely thank you for sharing it out, and thank you for telling Lisa how to fix my screw up. Because I never would have figured it out. I don't never set this stuff up. I don't even get to run any of that. I just have to do my thing. Hey, I found out how to pull lives. I found out how to pull the chat back down where I could see it. Let's see here. Man, I don't know why there ain't no fish here. I would love to be able to pull it up on this other phone where I could sit down up there in my chair. And there's Bobby. I don't know why he comes in and thinks that he ain't gonna catch no crowd. You got that right. You got to be crazy. You know, he's got to be nuts to come in here knowing that Lisa's going to attack him when he does. See that right there? That hole right in there next to that bluff. It ought to be a big fish laying in there. It ought to be a good spot for a big old flathead. That's what I'm hoping anyway. And there's enough action and I might catch flathead. I don't care. I don't care what it is. I want to fish. I did see a bunch of deer a few minutes ago. I saw a nice buck down there with looked like 4 or 5 does. But this right over here is all the nuclear laboratory for the world, for the United States. So these over here, in a few minutes, you'll be able to start seeing them up through the woods because they'll be glowing. Can't do no hunting out here. This is all restricted, government, nuclear waste, all that kind of stuff. You gonna get a day off there, Bobby, or working? Because you ain't gonna be working in your normal area. You know, John Parker ain't no threat to me, because he stands out on the dock and don't catch no fish. Marietta and Gallipolis for work. I think Gallipolis is over where the uh, Benoit ladies are. You ought to take your rods and all over there, and you might get a chance to go catch a fish. Yeah, we got a few three-eyed fish around here. There's actually there's actually a couple of creeks that flow in out of some cooling ponds that they got now, and they say don't even come in contact with the water. You're not even supposed to touch the water there. You know, that's a little bit scary, but there's people been eating fish out of here forever, and you know, they still around and alive. Bobby, you can snake a rod in, that's for sure, Lisa. Yeah, he's got. Bobby tries hard. You got to give him credit for that. He's out there all the time fishing, but you know, I think I don't know. I'm beginning to wonder if it shouldn't be if it's just the water that he's fishing, or if he needs to get out and go fishing in a 5 gallon bucket somewhere, because he can save a whole lot of gas money and bait money and stuff like that fishing in a 5 gallon bucket for a day or two. This would be a good spot just to up here and anchor out in this hole. I've never been up here. I've thought about coming up here a bunch, but they got muskie in here. They got flatheads in here. They got channel in here. They got blues in here. Supposed to have some decent bass fishing. They got trout up on the upper end of it. Got some excellent crappie fishing on the upper end of it. Hey, look at that. I got 5 people in here, 5 thumbs up. I'm doing good. I got 2 of them going to drag right straight over the top of that hole. Man, that ought to be a fish in there. But see, what I'm scared is that Lisa, if I skunk, Lisa's going to give me a hard time like she does Bobby. Because the last 2 times, may have been the last 2 times I went fishing, I went by myself and didn't catch a fish either trip. Dun, dun. But it's a beautiful evening. Beach sitting in the house. But I have no lights with me at all tonight, so I'm gonna fish about another 15 or 20 minutes and call it done. The Delaware River here has everything in it, exception of blue cats. Uh, but those are starting to show up in the lower Delaware, so it won't be. No, if they're already beginning to show up in one end of it, they'll be in the other end real quick. Now, y'all, talk about Lisa giving me a hard time. I ain't gonna lie to you. She don't give me no trouble. She don't give me a hard time at all. Y'all would be surprised at how well she treats me. It's all good fun and games. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Needed to bring my pipe with me today. Let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see. Man, this all looks good. I ought not say anything negative about Lisa. The way she treats me, you know, the way she helps me, I can't beat it with a stick. Well, I think I'm going to turn to the outside. We got to pull the drop the lower unit again, baby. Um, yeah. Um, it quit spitting water this afternoon, so undoubtedly that tube, the one of the plugs that I found that I put, it didn't go on there right, but it went on. Undoubtedly it stopped up because I started running up the lake and alarm went off. I shut it down, but here, fishy, fishy, fishy. I ain't worried about nothing. I got enough trolling motor I can get all the way back to the ramp with it. It's a whole lot darker out here in real life versus letting that camera. But I'm the only boat on the lower end of this lake, or the only one that launched down here on this end of it. There was one more boat trailer, and he went down through there a few minutes ago. But man, what a day. I would sing, but I sing worse than Danny Stone does, so. Yeah, it's fun times at storage lot. Might just do it at the house, take it over at the house and do it over there tomorrow, because I've run the batteries about, I'll have 2 miles on them before I get back to the dock. Come on, fish. I just want one dink hit. I don't care. I ain't asking for much. I want one more dink hit that I know's a fish. See if I can land him. Because when I get to the house, baby, I'm bringing this boat to the house and I can charge batteries up. Again. They won't go bad as fast if I keep them charged up. Yeah, if you'll move your car, I ain't got to pull the boat as far forward to get it out. But by the time these charge overnight, charge one of them from the time I get home till the time I go to bed, and then charge another one from then till morning. Charge the other one during the day tomorrow. Take it to the lot tomorrow afternoon. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Bobby, I bought a solar charger and it ain't big enough to do any good. It won't put out enough amperage to charge a battery on it at a time. I run it on one battery. All day, and it had virtually no effect on it at all. I've got a little battery charger, a little solar charger right here, and right here, little bitty sucker. I mean, it ain't 14 inches long, and it charges my depth finder battery. It keeps it fully charged all the time. But the other one I got 2x3, something like that, 2x2. It don't do worth a crap. Yeah, baby, move it over to the where the truck was. That way it's on one end and the car's on the other end. Put it on the end closest to the house, and that way I can pull the boat into the edge of the grass, pull it down behind my car just a little bit, and it'll run right into the be able to get it right out of the get your car right out of the way. Get it out where we can go if we need to. Well, fish, come on. Ain't nothing happening here today. But I didn't do any worse than anybody else that I watched today. And I done better than some that I watched today because at least I did go fishing. I got to spend time out here on the water. So, could be worse. Ain't broke nothing, ain't hurt nothing, you know. Boy, I tell you what, them planer boards busted, just easing across this water. They so pretty. We done dropped out in here. I was up in about 27, 28 feet of water. And we are sitting in, according to this, we're sitting in about 30, well, we were up in 35 feet. We're out into about 38 feet now. And we're fixing to fall off the end of the main creek channel. And green rod, it's on the bottom. It's just dragging on the bottom. Appreciate that outdoor logic. I'm fixing to pull off this shelf out here into 60 feet of water. And I put enough line out. I've got enough line out so whenever I drop off that shelf drop off that edge, my bait will still hit the bottom all the way into the bottom of it. Everything except for that green rod. And the boat is right now at the top edge of that. Well, Bobby, I'll bet you if you'll contact, oh, fish. Nope. I'll bet you if you'll contact Creole, he can give you a code where you can get a discount on a set of boards. Oh, Lordy, Lordy. But Bobby, I was saying it different than she did. See if I can find anything dropping out this deep edge. Um, but I'll guarantee you Creole's got a code, or Stan, or, well, Stan and Dustin I know do. Um, they, I know that Stan and Dustin do because you can get them from Freddie. He's got some good boards. B-Cat boards, pulled them with Aaron, catfish regulators, and I like the way they pull. And so I've got 3 FOA boards, and then I've got one it's a homemade board I made. But when we go to CatCon, I'm going to get me at least 2 more boards, maybe 3, and you know, that'd give us 6 boards or 7 boards. And when I'm fishing by myself like this evening, I can run 7 boards. And if I get hung up, I do like I done that one down there. I just break it off and go back and pick them up after a while. There he is. Good evening, Mr. John. Hey, if y'all want to see a good looking rod, go look at River Cats Tackle's YouTube page and look at their most recent video. He's coming out with a rolling or twisted eyes on the rod. It's something that they've used out in the ocean for years. And back in the early 90s, they come out with it using it a little bit in bass fishing. But you don't have enough twist on them to need it in bass fishing.